Oh, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for coming to the webinar. The recording will be sent to everybody. This has been a collaboration between Apricot and Orderchamp during our Connect and Grow Days, which is an event we host to stimulate new connections between brand and retailers. We were super lucky because Apricot offered to sponsor our health and beauty days and therefore also provided this product education on their products, telling us more about the usability of them so that you as retailers can also educate your customers on the products. So yeah, without further ado, I quickly want to introduce Katja, the educator. If you could give an introduction, that would be fantastic.
Thank you. My name is Katja. I am the head of product development in Apricot. I come from a long history of working in the beauty industry. I love being a product developer because I think that it is really important. No, first of all, I'm an addict consumer when it comes to beauty. And I think that it's really important to actually make products that work, that are simple and easy to use, and which also have a really sustainable approach, because I think there are too many stuff in the market that is actually just not doing that. Yeah, that's about it. What are we talking about today? Apricot, as you all well know. I think I'm just going to move quickly through. I don't think that we need the introduction, brand identity, brand personality. I think you all know. I will go straight to the really important parts. What is important? Why Apricot? What is really important to us is something that we make products that immediately you use it and you immediately see an effect. It's a very, very short target. All the products that we have is something that you use the first time, you see the result, and the more you use it, the better the results get. Also, we are vegan and cruelty free. Everything that we do is dermatology is tested. Like we have clinical studies, we have tested also in the lab. So for sensitive skin, for normal skin, for problematic skin, we test it on actual people because some people just do in vivo. We do it on real people. Where it's made in lovely Bavaria at the countryside near Munich. I don't know if you know Chiemsee, mostly not, but it's really, really nice. And we are really proud that we work with local people, which is important to us. I will jump to the next one. Here you see a little overview of our products. We have the reusable silicone pads. We have our facial patches, then our pimple patches or post-pimple patches, and some other stuff you'll see later. I will start with the reusable silicone pads. Here you can see two examples. On the young lady, you see the décolleté pad, and on the even younger lady, you see one of my favorites, eye and temple. I think it is really important to actually see the difference between this product and the normal eye pad because it covers so much more. You also have the cheek, you have the crow feet. Actually, you don't say that anymore, but I think then everybody knows what it means. But I will get into it later, why it's better. I will jump to the next one. So why did we do reusable pads? You all know the single-use pads. We all use them. We all love them. They're easy. You buy them for cheap in the store. But the problem is you use it one time. You have a lot of waste. You throw it away. Most likely you will have spent like €1 to €10 or even more. I mean, there's like it's open end. So you spend that doesn't seem like a lot of money, but since it's just a one-time use, it is a lot of money. And what you get is usually not as great because something that is cheap and has if you buy something for €1 or €2, most likely the packaging is more expensive than the actual product that you get. And also what happens really often is that it says like it's for sensitive skin or whatever, but usually they also have a lot of preservatives in it, which people don't know is that this is also really triggering for breakouts or whatever. So I had to learn that too, also hard way. They're often just less efficient than what we do. So the conclusion is single pads might seem convenient, but they're actually not. They're not sustainable, and they're usually not really effective as they should be. What we do, we have our pads, our reusable silicone pads. You can use them up to 30 times if you treat it really, really well. I think what I had the most was 42. I actually did a list which you don't have to do. What we also have, we have a really, really plastic reduced packaging. You can see here in the back, that's our old packaging, which is a 3-part, and now we changed to a 2-part. I will just show you. This is the outer packaging, paper packaging, and inside you have the actual product in the sleeve. And you need the sleeve or something because that's where you're going to keep it. So it's not something you throw away after the first use. Also, of course, when you see the product, you should see, oh, it's quite pricey. But if you like break it down every time, because you can use it over or at least 30 times, when you break it down, it's something between €1, max €2, depends on the product. Also, what you will notice is when you're an old pro, when it comes to cosmetics, usually you have an Inky list big like this. Our Inky list is, I think, the shortest on the world, because usually it's only 2 ingredients, maximum 3. So we have minimum ingredients, but they're only active. You have nothing that is just like, because we have no cream, we have no preservatives. It's just the silicone and the actual ingredient. What I also said before, you have results from the first application. We don't say that because we just like to have a good claim. It is actually, that's how it works. Vegan, cruelty-free, I said already, we have a patent, and everything is made in Germany. The conclusion, less waste, lower price, more efficiency. If I talk too quick, let me know, because I can talk really quick. Okay, here you see some before-after pictures. People always say, okay, this is photoshopped 100% for sure. Actually, they are not. Those are pictures that have been taken after 1 hour of use. So you really see the difference, especially if you are, like me, somebody who has a bit more chest. This is something like a lifesaver, because when you turn like after 30 and you sleep on your stomach or on the side, you will actually get those wrinkles, and they will never go away unless you actually do something against it. So it's really, really great. It's something you can do. What we always say is you should at least wear it for 1 hour, which would be great, or overnight, but you also already see a big difference after like 30 minutes, 15 minutes, depends how much time you have. For example, I wear the décolleté pad in the mornings before I go out, or sometimes I just leave it under my sweater. It will stick really well. Alexander is raising a hand.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that the photos are always done by our consumers. So these are not models, but all actually the people who are using the products they buy it, they use it on their own, and then they send us the photos to actually say it worked.
Yes. What is really important to me is something you can see up there, false promises, because in the beauty industry, I think it's like 98% of everything is just a false promise, which is, I think people know and people like it and they do want to believe, but yeah, mostly it's really a false promise. Our promises we can keep, and we can also prove it. Okay, this looks like a lot of text, but I could not do it shorter. I'm just gonna try to keep it as short as possible. Our silicone pad is 100% medical grade silicone, because people always ask, yeah, but why? What kind of glue do you use? We have no glue. It sticks without glue. It's actually just a different way. We have the outer side, which is the non-sticky part, and then we have the sticky part, which is also silicone, just processed in a different way. So it works like this. You have the occlusive effect, which is the outer one. So everything that, because you put the pad on, whatever, everything beneath can't go out, because every cream or serum or whatever always is also vaporizing to the outside. Everything for us stays inside and can go only one way. So yeah, sorry, I lost my point. Yeah, next one is people always ask, where's the ingredient? The ingredient is actually in the sticky part. So we have it depends on which product you have. For hyaluronic acid or vitamin C, it's in powder form. For the other two, it's in gel form. And they say, yeah, okay, if it's a powder, how does it get into my skin? It works like this. You put the pad on, it gets warm, and the active ingredients actually get fluid after, I think, 35, 36 degrees. So with the body heat, you will feel it when you put the pad on, it gets warm, and then actually the ingredient gets liquid and can go in. What the pad also does is, which is the actual secret for the immediate result, is that you freeze your muscles and you freeze the wrinkles in the position you put the pad on. So it's really always important that if you put the pad on, you have to make your skin flat, so there's no wrinkle, put the pad on, and then the muscles and the wrinkles can actually relax. And that's why you will see an immediate effect. It's very simple. It's actually just Botox to put on. That's the same thing. What Botox does, it freezes the muscles. You can't contract anymore. So that's the reason why the longer the better. The longer you actually can't move your muscles, the more the muscle and the wrinkles will relax. And I mean, for really, I say deep wrinkles, it's difficult. It's going to take a longer time. You will see more result the more you use it. But for the fine wrinkles, especially under the eyes or on the lips, it's great. You see an immediate effect. What it also does, I always say it's like the pads are like a little baking oven. It really gets kind of warm under it. And what it does is stimulates the collagen to produce again, because the body gets like a notification. Hey, it's getting warm there. You have to do something. What's going on? What's happening? Go there, send some of the miracle cells to actually rebuild the collagen. That's all. It's very simple. It's really, really simple. What people usually don't know is that silicone pads come out from the burn victims units, because when you have like a really, really bad burn in stage 3, the only thing you can actually use as a treatment are silicone pads. You can put it on there, and it's like a how you say, it's very skin identical. You can put it on, so actually the burn can heal from the inside and nothing gets in from the outside. So it's covered from bacteria, from touching it or whatever. So this is where it comes from. And we just made it, how you say, more special with the active ingredient. And we're actually the only ones, because we have the patent, that we can use silicone pads with an ingredient already in. I mean, there are a million silicone pads out there, but we are the only one with something more in it. Okay. Then we move on. I will go now to the ingredient groups. I think I can, Alex, should I do the short version or just the normal one? I don't know what time do we have?
Through it, I think.
Okay, so we have actually 4 active ingredients. So far, we have the hyaluronic acid. I think that does not need much explanation. What I think is important is that it's not for youngsters like who I see right now. I guess Victoria and Robin don't need it. You are still very hydrated. For you, I have different ingredients, which might be better. I always say to women after over 30, for something if you want to be a bit more plump. It reduces the wrinkles. It gives a lot of hydration, improves the skin structure. But as I said, before 30, you don't really need it. Then we come to one of my favorites, vitamin C. This is for you guys, because this is like, I always say, vitamin C is like a training partner. It stimulates the skin. It says, okay, do something before the damage is actually done. But what vitamin C also does is, if the damage is done, like hyperpigmentation, dark spots, red spots. For example, I had really, when I was young, I was lying in the sun the whole day. I'm always red on my décolleté. It never goes away. If I wear our pad, it's actually gone, and it gets better over time. The more you use it, the better. What it also does, it has an antioxidant effect. So it's also like keeping you safe from all the outer damage coming. And then I jumped. Why is it not jumping to the next one? Okay. Next, we have something brand new, which is not yet on the market, but will be very soon. I think in a few weeks, right?
End of the month, correct.
Yes, is Ectoine, and you will all think, oh, why is there a desert in that picture? Actually, that desert is a dried out salt lake. And Ectoine, I don't know who did it, but somebody found it, because the Ectoine is like a bacteria that actually lives in that sea, and what it does is it keeps that bacteria. The Ectoine keeps the bacteria alive. So it's something that is really prevented from all the outside. What is special about Ectoine is that it's a very modern ingredient. It is also like, as you can see, it protects against pollution and very, very important, blue light. I mean, we are working in front of our laptops, looking at the phone, having blue light from when you work in a shop or whatever. This is also very damaging for your skin. Everybody's just talking about UV, but actually blue light will be a huge problem later. So what it does, it keeps you safe from that. Also, it slows down the skin aging, and it also is strengthening the microbiome for the pH level. It's great if you have like a damaged skin barrier. This is the one you should always use. Have I forgot something? I don't think. Also, this is like a multifunctional active ingredient. So like the other ones, aloe vera, the vitamin C is like targeting one problem like hyperpigmentation. Hyaluronic acid is for the hydration. The Ectoine is like for all those problems. So it's a multi-product, which I like. I think the trend goes away from the million steps in your skincare routine to you going back to using one product. Then we have also one of my, actually all of them, the organic aloe vera. I think it's very underrated. It's something you can see it also here. I always have one at home, because if you burn yourself, if you have like your skin is really red, you have a sunburn, whatever, this is what you should use. And what's also most people don't know is it's also for people who have like difficult skin, like neurodermitis, rosacea, Kupferrose, acne. This is something really that people can use. If you have bad acne, it does wonders. So all the products that I'm going to show you in the aloe vera line are for everybody who has a problem or just wants to really, really cool down. But I will explain this later a little bit more. Here we have our hyaluron pad portfolio. Should I go through it, Alex, or should I just... So we have
the shapes.
Yeah, so we have, as you can see here, what I said before, for the eyes on the left, we have the eye pads, normal ones, which is the classic shape, and the eye and temple that you saw on the picture before. Then we have for the forehead, we have the big pad. I can show you this also here. I think I have it somewhere or not. It's like this. I love this one because it covers a lot of the areas. You have also like the frown, you have all that part here. I think this is for the lazy ones like me. Perfect one. Then we also have for the mouth part, for the nasolabial, we have 2 options, which are great because this becomes more and more of a problem. If you don't have like a rice corn head like me, I have an egg head. Sooner or later, if you have a heart-shaped head, a round head, you will always get the problem here. That's not gonna something, yeah, that's something that will happen. I mean, if we stop aging, we are dead. I mean, it's good that we're aging, but this is something you have to work on. Okay. Then I'm gonna jump to, this is like the body part. We have for the hands, we have for the neck and for the décolleté. As I said, the décolleté is like our absolute top sellers, because this is something that people always, they treat their face, forget the décolleté, and then they're like, oh, shoot, what I'm gonna do now? And this is something you can do now and see immediate effect. But I always say, pro tip from my side, if you use hyaluronic acid, it's really, really essential that you use it on wet skin, on moist skin, because if your skin is like dry, what hyaluronic acid does, it takes out, it sucks up hydration, moisturizing. So if your skin is dry, it will actually take out the hydration from your skin. So please wash your face, use a toner, or just have the face washed and have it still a little bit damp. Then it does wonder, because as said before, nothing can get out, only to the inside. Please use it on the wet face. Then we have the vitamin C. You can see we have the décolleté pad. I made this for myself. I know I'm selfish, but I think many people have my problem, especially with sun damage. Many women have that because this is also the part that is like always exposed. Then we have the eye pads. Why did we do that? Because it also works for the dark circles in the morning. And which is great about the vitamin C is that you actually should use it only for 10 to 20 minutes because it's very, very effective. It is an acid. Don't forget about that. So when you start using it, please only use it like in the beginning for 10 minutes, then you can stretch it until 20 minutes. So this is perfect for the morning. Also because vitamin C is a booster for the SPF. So the SPF actually works better and longer. That's why I always say, use it in the morning. How Alex said before, quick and dirty. Then again, we have the Ectoine. I think I said a lot about it before. Don't have to go into it. If you have to decide on a client what I'm gonna sell, then I would say it's for dry, very sensitive and irritated skin, because it's gonna prevent that it gets worse. And as I said before, please use it before your skin gets stressed. Like doing before sun exposure, blue light, use it before. Otherwise, it's fine, but it would be really helpful to use it before. We chose the forehead pad and the eye and temple because then most of the face is covered. Sorry, I have to take a sip. Otherwise, I'm gonna have I have to cough. Okay, then we have the aloe vera. We have that in also décolleté pad, eye and temple. And for this one, I would highly, highly recommend that you put it in the fridge. You just keep it in the fridge. Because it's the aloe vera is in gel form in it. So if you put it on, especially in the mornings, if you had like a rough night, or just, I don't know, a little baby, keeping awake the whole night, use that. It's really, really calming. If you have like a sunburn for the décolleté, for example, you can keep it in the fridge, put it on. It's really, really very soothing. For the eye and temple, I mean, I look right now, I said I have a cold. I use this in the morning now every day. I love it. And yeah, it's just great for every problem that is like related to where you need some healing. I think that's the shortest form to say. Then we have also, I don't know if most people know this, we have the scar pads, which is also the same thing. It's the same silicone pad with aloe vera. Why? Because, as I said, it comes from the burn victim unit. There are many people who say, oh gosh, I have a really bad scar. It's like already 10 years old. What can I do besides doing laser or do microneedling? Actually, the scar pad will help. It takes some time, between 6 to 8 weeks, depends on the scar. It helps on red scars, brown scars, scars that are stretched, and scars also that like they are, how you say, bubbly, I would say. I myself have 3 scars on my stomach from my operation, and I never thought there's something I can actually do. And I used the pads for, I think, after 5 weeks, I saw the first results. And it is really something what you can do for many people who never had a solution before. That was also the reason why we did the minis. I think because not people always have long scars. The minis are really great, even if you have like me, if you have like a burn on the hand, or I think everybody had this before, a burn from maybe a curling iron on the forehead. So you don't need the big pad, you can use the small one, or from the burns when you take out something from the oven. It also really, really helps with mosquito bites. That's like also like a little side information. People always ask, when can I start using it? Because of course, people want to use it or think they have to use it as soon as possible after they had operation or whatever. Please always wait until the wound is healed, or just when the crust fell off. Because when you put the pad on and the crust is still on, you might take the crust off with it. And then it's like, that's usually the sign that the scar is healed is when the crust comes off. It's very simple. Yes, the actual reason why we did the scar pad in the beginning was because we needed for the cesarean. Is it the right word? Do I say this right? Yes, thank you. This is one of the words I can never get out right. Because many mothers, of course, when you have your baby, you have to carry it around you. It's really, I mean, the cesarean scar is in a really bad location because you always move, you always stretch, you have a lot of muscles there. And this is something that is really keeping it safe. And well, if you use it from the beginning, after the crust is off, it will really, really, I have people who you don't even barely see it anymore. And even, as I said, for old ones, and we also work together with like a club for midwives. I don't know how else to say it. And they always recommend it to their clients, and people love it. It's really great. It's also, what you can do is also for stretch marks. I mean, not everybody, I mean, I have no baby and I have stretch marks. So this is not only for mothers, you can also use it like that. Yes, I think that's it about the scar pads. Questions? Anybody?
Yeah, I actually have a few questions. Just about the application process. We first started, of course, with the images for the before and after, and you mentioned that the images were taken almost immediately after using the pads. How long does it then last? And I guess this is in combination with here too, right? It says after a couple of weeks, people are seeing the differences. What does that mean? Is that people are using this daily? And then seeing the results in a couple of weeks, or what should I imagine with this?
No, actually, you see the results immediately, but of course, as soon as you start like using your muscles again, it will come back. So if you like, for example, wear it for an hour, I think you will have like it depends how deep the wrinkles are. You will have like a few hours, like a date night, where everything is like smooth and nice. And then the more you use it, the more it can actually work. I will put it like this. It's also like something you do preventive, because if you don't want, I mean, when we get older, I'm going to start again. When we get older, we lose, like when we are like turn 30, our collagen is starting to break down. So from 30, it goes just like that. And when we are 80, we actually have lost 80% of our collagen. There's nothing you can do about it. What you can do is to not have it like that, just like this. So it's not that recognizable. So if you use our pads like regularly, I would say 2 or 3 times a week is more than enough. I mean, no people, there are people who use it really, really every day. I'm not counting myself. I just forget sometimes. The more, the better, but 2 or 3 times a week is okay. Totally fine. Some sleep with it. I mean, sleeping with it would be actually the best. But not everybody. I'm sleeping on the side and on my face. So for me, it doesn't really work, but we have another solution for that, which comes right now.
Okay, super clear. Thank you.
You're welcome. What we also have is limited editions. I love them. They're really fun. I mean, it's just the pads. So far we have only done them with the iPads. We have them 1 or 2 times a year. We have them with glitter, which is actually glitter that is biodegradable, so it's not more plastic. Or we have the pink ones. We had this summer, we had the aloe vera and green. I can show you those actually in real. This is like the hyaluronic acid. We just sometimes check, okay, what is the Pantone color of the year? We decided on these 2. They're just fun. They have they're the same product, but they're actually just fun, especially for our Insta girls. So. Okay, then we move on to our next topic, is patches and tapes. How much time do we have left? 4 minutes, okay. As you can see, those are actually really patches and tapes. But what we are making different is a bit similar to our silicone pads. We actually have an active ingredient in the adhesive layer. So we have the carrying material, which is organic cotton. And then we have in the adhesive layer, we have also the same like hyaluronic acid and some other ingredients. And everybody thinks, okay, does this really work? Yes, it does. It's not much. I see Victoria like this. Yes, it does.
I love them.
Yes, they're great. Hello. And it's really a very simple thing. But you will see, if you use like a normal patch, you will see the difference in the way it feels, because you can see those stripes. The dark stripes is actually like the glue, and the other one is no glue, because that is less irritating to the skin. And also what it does is you have like hyaluronic acid, no acid. So the skin gets even more stimulated. What is really important, same with the silicone pads, if you put it on, please stretch the wrinkle. Don't freeze in the wrinkle. This is something that people don't understand, but because otherwise it's, oh my God, the wrinkle is even deeper. Yeah, because you actually froze it that way. So the patches are a very uncomplicated, inexpensive method for giving like a really quick lifting effect. Same thing, the more you use it, the better. And people are really using it all over. My sister goes to bed, she looks like, her husband said she looks like a mummy. Like, because she has it here, she has it here, she has it here. There's no, even my colleague puts it under here, and she even goes running with it. So there is no limit to where you can use it.
We will share once a photo. I have to ask my hairstylist, because
please do that.
She sent us a photo, and she had pads and patches here, 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 here. Every single inch of her body was covered with it.
I think it's a little bit like with tattoos. Once you start, you can't stop. You just use it more and more. Say, okay, yeah, I can use it here. It's crazy. So we have also here 4 ingredient groups. We have the hyaluronic acid. We have panthenol. We are using, all our ingredients are from natural base. So you will actually, what I didn't know until recently is that panthenol is like highly found in lentil. Niacinamide we have, which is in oat, and then of course the aloe vera. Then I jump to the next one. I did the same way of the sheets. So there's always a quick overview for which age group, which skin type. This for the patches, it's really important because it is more also besides what the ingredient actually does is how it sticks. Because the 1-methylhyaluronic acid is actually one that sticks really, really well. Then we have the aloe vera, which is more for skin, which is a bit more sensitive, maybe a bit more on the drier side. Also for the problematic skin, like acne, neurodermitis, rosacea, and so on. The niacinamide is really important. This is for oily skin because it has a lot. It sticks actually the most because oily skin, if you put it on and the skin is oily, it will not last. So this is like a plotting paper. You put it on, it takes all the oil and will actually stick to your face overnight. The panthenol is something I also did for myself because usually I can't use any plasters or tapes or whatever. I have a my skin is a big diva. It doesn't tolerate it. So this is it doesn't stick as well as the others, but it sticks good enough and I can actually use it. Even if it's maybe not overnight, but this is something for very dry, very sensitive skin that just don't like the glue. We change the glue. It's really for sensitive skin. Yeah. And I don't know if you have seen them. This is how they look. They come in the package and they really have actually the color as you see below. I think it's a really fun thing. You can also wear it to a festival if you like. It is really very, very colorful. That's how they look. I love them. They're great. They're just fun. I think sometimes you need to have a little bit more fun in skincare. Don't be so serious. Okay, then we jump to the next one. Really quick, pimple patches, favorite product. I mean, I'm 41 years old. I still have pimples. Sadly, I think I will have them for the rest of my life. Very simple product. You can see them. Wait, I have them here somewhere. It looks like this. Pimple patch and post-pimple patch, they have also the same 2 sizes. The pimple patch, what it does is like it's taking, it's like covering the pimple from the outside world, so you don't touch it all the time because this is really what makes pimples the worst. And what it also does is sucks out all of the bad stuff that is in there. But you can also use them on those pimples or just like under the skin. Never something comes out. They're just big and hurt and angry. And also that helps. There's an ingredient in hydrocolloid. I think most people know by now. It's very calming. I take this everywhere on every vacation. I will take it to Turkey too, of course. Super easy product, cheap product, but very, very effective. And then I thought, okay, I have a pimple, and then after it's dead, I have another, I think 3 to 4 weeks fun with it because first it stays red and then it turns brown. So I wanted to do something against this. So I made the post-pimple patch. It has 2 ingredients in alpha-arbutin. Alpha-arbutin is like a game changer when it comes to hyperpigmentation because what it does, it sits on the skin cell and says, don't get dark, don't make melanin, don't make it. Very simple. This is for the brown spots, and then the niacinamide actually helps for the red ones. So you can use it for both. I actually use it right now because I have a little burn mark. It's for every dark patch. This is something like because the mini was too big for me here. I use it here also as a test, and it does wonder. My colleague just used it. I think she used it within a week 3 times, and it was gone. The pimple was just gone. The dead pimple. So, and you can wear it. My niece, for example, she wears it to school. It's really not visible. It's very see-through, but doesn't work actually is you can't put makeup over it. It doesn't work.
Well, in America right now, the pimple patches, especially the colorful ones, are becoming a trend item. So people are wearing it out and about. So who knows? Maybe that trend will reach Europe as well.
I actually saw a Zalando commercial with it.
People,
yeah, I mean, but I'm not that. I mean, okay, too old, just too old.
Yeah, the young TikTok kids.
It's going to skip Germany.
That's not a very maybe Berlin, but
maybe Berlin, but yeah. Berlin is the only exception to any rule.
Excuse me. So, what we also have, this is not a topic for any of you guys so far. We have the eyelid lifting tapes, which is for the ladies or men. Actually, we do have a lot of men that have a problem with dropping eyelids. My sister doesn't leave the house without it anymore. It's very simple. It's just, I'm going to show you. It has no ingredient, nothing. It comes actually from Korea. That's where it's invented. just simple silicone strips, and you place them right like a few millimeters under, like how you say, the rim, and then you put it on and you open your eyes and actually the dropping eyelid is gone. And I'm not joking, this is really works wonders. It's a bit tricky in the beginning. I think I needed like 5 tries to place it right. You use it like with a you can do it with your hand or use a tweezer. I use a tweezer, it's better. We have them in 2 sizes. This is like for the beginning, and then this is for when you're, I think, from 50 on or something like this.
But just a small addition, idea comes from Korea, not the product.
Yes, sorry. Yes, the idea comes from Korea, because of course they always have the problem that they want the European Western eyes, which I don't understand, but hey. So this is something really also very, very easy product. It takes wonders. And I think when it comes to comparison to actually really do an operation or use these, I would use these. And those ones you can put makeup on. They are like a little bit rough on the top. So actually they're like whatever you use over it will stick. And those, if you don't take it off, it will stay there until forever. You can take a shower, you can do everything, it will not go off. And then we have our UV indicators that nobody understands when they hear it what it is. That's how they look. That's the packaging. They look almost the same as our pimple patches. Very easy product. You just put it on somewhere where you can actually see it, like on your hand or your shoulder when you're outside in the sun. If it's like in winter, I will put it here. If you go skiing, you put it on, put the SPF over it. And then if it turns purple, the SPF is not active anymore. Then you have to use it again. It's really a simple, it has also not only has a substance in it that actually turns yellow when it comes in contact with UV rays. So what also is really, really cool, you can use it to test if your old SPF is still working or not. So if it's like the beginning of the summer and you have the one from last year, you put it on, go to the window, just hold your hand into the sun, and if it turns purple immediately, then your SPF is dead. This is something really simple, I think, especially for people who are out a lot, like hiking, biking, or whatever, or even for kids. Very simple thing, easy. Put it on. You can swim with it. You can go to the water. It's also something, if you don't take it off, it will stay until forever on your skin. Questions?
Thing that's still a little bit in my mind is, again, okay, so you keep some of this products right in your fridge, and then say you want to do something in the morning. Like what I'm used to is sometimes indeed the pads under your eyes. So when I wake up in the morning, I take that out of the fridge, and then I make my coffee. And before I go to the office, I take them off again. But yeah, I'm quite curious to this. Like, what are the different scenarios that you guys see your customers using this in? You mentioned sleep, maybe getting ready in the mornings. Is it also something that people do in the evenings to come down? Yeah, I'm just trying to understand a little bit how the products fit into people's routines.
The good thing is that actually there's no scenario where you can't use it, because they are not fluid. They will stay on your face. You can actually can move around. You don't have to stay on your couch. You can do whatever you want. I mean, you can wash the dishes. You can work on your laptop. You can do like iron your clothes, whatever, do the washing. You can wear them everywhere. I mean, of course, you're not going to wear the pink pads going out to the supermarket, but you could, because they will stick.
In America. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you can wear them all the time. And which is also good, because I'm not a very patient person, especially when it comes to skincare. I mean, like even wait like a minute to have a product soak in is really hard for me. So I can just put it on and go. What I think is also important, that you can also use a serum beneath the pads. But it should not be oily, not be creamy, and please no acids. So no retinol, no BHAs, no acids. Because what I said, what the product does, it's like multiplying everything that happens beneath. So just if you want a hydration serum, fine, but please nothing else. Because I tried, and I had a little retinol burn from it. So don't.
Oh yeah, you were the tester.
Yes. Right. So I learn from my mistakes.
Yeah. And say you have a retailer who is interested in buying your products for their store, or for their business, for example. What would you recommend them to start with? What kind of product assortment should they be looking at? What should they be focusing maybe on everything just on the face? Or how would you recommend a new retailer to set up a small product collection of yours?
Alex, you want, or should I?
Yeah, I think I can help with this. So usually when we start the new clients, we always recommend, let's say, the main focused assortment. When it comes to the silicone pads, we always recommend that they start with the décolleté hyaluron pad. Of course, doing the forehead pad, which is, let's say, the two top selling items. And then potentially growing the line into maybe vitamin C eye pads, and also iron temple iron temple aloe vera. So if you really want to, let's say, the most focused items when it comes to our reusable silicone pads, these would be the first choice items. Of course, then you grow it into the iPads, you grow it into, let's say, different shapes. When it comes to patches and tapes, we definitely highly recommend our mini facial and mini mouth patches, as well as eyelid tapes and pimple patches and post-pimple patches. But pimple patches, definitely together with the first products that I mentioned, are our top selling items, are performing regardless of the country, environment, skin type, basically gives the best selling results out.
Yeah, okay, cool. Super clear. Thank you. I guess I then have just one fun question to finish it off. We were discussing this also here at Orderchamp. What would be the products that you would take if you were on a deserted island? I think it's interesting to know your general skincare product, but I'd also be very curious to hear what Apricot product you guys would use. But from some of the specialists in the field, I would be very curious to hear what would be the one product that you could take with you.
So I think when it comes to products outside our, how you say, field, I would take the La Roche fluid for sensitive skin. I think this is something that's a lifesaver. And when it comes to our products, definitely the pimple patch. There's no, and if I could take a second one, the décolleté pad, just because I really don't want to have those wrinkles as you saw them in the picture.
Yeah. And what about you, Alexandra? What
do everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So from my side, I think when it comes to our products, the pimple patches are the most important thing that I do not, I have it in every space in which I am spending time. And I think like almost every single person that I know now uses the pimple patches thanks to that. And when it comes to the outside product, it's actually something that is not very often found in the market. It's a panthenol liquid, because my skin is a more, how to say it, on a dry, sensitive skin. And I need something to help with that, especially sometimes I have like skin irritations from the weather, from the coldness. So I don't leave without my panthenol anywhere.
I wanted to say this one too, but I knew you would say, so I gave it to you. I left it to you. But it's really the Panthenol toner is amazing. Yeah. Sometimes the simplest products are really the best. It doesn't always have to be fancy.
Yeah. No, that's true. No, super interesting. Thank you guys for sharing.